అయిపోయిందా
అయిపోయింది.
అయిపోయిందా
I have with the transfer. What this is today? That I have with the transfer.
Don't worry. Member out I can do.
No, actually you should do it.
And
positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
Thank you.
something. So, who can be considered a real hero? Some say a teacher is a real hero, mother is a real hero, father is a real hero, an army officer is a real.
Master. The first and the foremost, we are all gathered here is only under that banner of Toastmaster. Not TM, not TTM, it is Toastmaster. So I'm a proud Toastmaster. I have been in the fraternity for more than 15 years and it gave me, a viable personality development basically as a speaker and a communicator. I had an opportunity to work as a division director, the last role which I had done in District 116, and also my moment and the crowning glory is I was a Gavels counselor for more than 5 years, and today I have my own online company called Amsara Communications, which caters to the need of underprivileged children in India. So to date I have trained about 1400 children and more than 300 teachers. Again,
Structure of meeting agenda. I want to explain once again for the benefit of our guests. In every meeting, we are following 3 segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, where the speakers will be delivering their prepared speeches from the respective pathways. The second segment is table topics, which encourages impromptu speaking. And the third and the final segment is evaluation segment, where our general evaluator gives her comprehensive families in grief, so that we can stay with our loved ones happily. Who chose death in war, so that we can live in peace. Those sagacious choices of our soldiers in moments of danger ensure the peace and safety we enjoy every day.
Sound judgment and the ability to make thoughtful decisions. So synonyms of this word is wise, judicious, insightful, prudent, intelligent. Coming to the examples, a sagacious leader listens carefully before taking any decisions. Her sagacious thinking guided the team through uncertainty. So each speakers are encouraged to use the word of the day in their speeches. At the end of the
timer, I time the table topic speakers, formal speeches and the evaluations. I will also alert the timer, alert the speaker of their time left by using green card, yellow card in length. At 4 minutes, I'll raise green card. At 5 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise red card. Most of the other speeches should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. At the end of the meeting, then called upon by the general evaluator.
By any speaker, whether it is prepared speech, evaluator or table topic master or table topic speaker, during the meeting I will listen for overused word including and, well, but, so.
outstanding words and outstanding sentences which they are used in the speeches.
Deep, heated argument. The argument was all about what time is the kid getting up, what time he is watching the TV, and what time he will do his homework. This argument, face to face negotiations, went on for approximately 20 minutes. The kid was adamant Now I'll speak at 11 happening here. Who is at gain? Who is at loss? Nobody is at loss between the mother and the daughter. The only person here at loss is me, because he is the one who has to do all the activities. I was a little confused. Sometimes the negotiated outcome is not just about having a winning argument between the two parties. It is coming to a conclusion, a bridged area wherein you are achieving the goals of both the parties. After this discussion improves your understanding of the concept. Why is it really required? What is to be done? And other areas. And then you take creative ideas into picture.
Today my role as a speech evaluator. This is the first time I am doing evaluator. Please encourage and support me. Today my target speaker, TM Ananda Pokori, the pathway, the dynamic leadership, level 1, project 4, speech 1, evaluator and feedback. Thank you, sir. All the best for this week.
Most of already you know what the negligence can create a huge impact. Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today I want to tell the real example in my life, in my professional life. What's going to be the simple mistake, simple negligence is going to be the huge impact. I am working in a pump manufacturing industry as a quality control supervisor. Around 8 years ago, we have received one set of pumps order. Went as well, everything is perfect, going and went as usual. And create the BOMs, place the POs, and receive the materials, and then make the inspection. After that, complete the machining, then the testing, then dispatch to the site successfully without any issues. However, during commissioning time, the site, they found one pump was not working properly. Immediately, they called our company, hey, what is the warranty team? Here is not working one pump. You have to people come and make the investigation. So our service team rushed to the site, reached to the site, and make the investigation and requested to our company to make the RCA. RCA means, I think most of the people already knows what is the RCA meaning, root cause analysis. Then next day, service team came to the factory, and our company, they created a Shugisi's team, RCA team, they created and went on through the process. We are process all the through process, like whatever I said before. This is the process. It's going from the here. This is the test bed and go. Because RC means we have to go back to step by step. All we went up to here and found assembling area. We found a problem. In the meantime, site people revealed what is the issue. So one seal ring was missing in the pump, in one pump. Then next day we started the back to all the entire process what I shown, same process we went, and we found in the operator missed to install one pump seal ring. One pump is perfectly fitted, one pump is not fitted. This is as a simple human error. And finally, that seal ring was cost just 228 reals. And because this was a day discovered at the site, so can imagine how much can be the end of the cost to the company. Can anyone tell what is the cost to the company? 133,000 SAR total, end of the cost. For this one is the mistake is very simple. but cost is used to the company. This is called as a human, we call it as a human negligence. Negligence is how it's a big impact to the company. Impact to the company. Then this is the how, because we don't have the screen actually. This is the how. If we found the machining time 228 years, if the machining time 1100K, and if the pump building time if we found 3.4K, tested by 12K, reached to the site another 33K. Total we found to the company. Then our company, we started the investigation. We will take the good preventive actions, how to take the preventive actions and everything. We made all the kind of steps, very good inspection steps for each one. Like that before you can see, here you can see initially only one inspection only here. Now after the finding the root cause and everything, then we make it here everywhere inspection steps. This all everywhere we make the inspection steps, and then detailed checklist we prepared. After the detailed checklist, we create the awareness, all the assemblers and then supervisors. How to act, how to build the checklist, how to make the correct assembling and everything. So this is the how is the impacted in the professional life. This is not only for the impact our professional life, can be impact our personal life also. Same. How it is, a missed appointment, a missed hall ticket, a missed interviews, and missed the arguments with someone, and this can be caused very our personal life also. We can imagine same how it went to all the scenarios. Same thing can be happen. This is the how went all the through the scenario. After that, we have to take the same company take a strong decision. Same like us, our personal life also, we have to be cautious for all the areas and the improvement, and then we can make the checklist. It's not easy. If anything is missing, we can make a checklist for whatever we are going to be do and everything. Very simple checklist. What to take the instructions, and you can write by when we
during a club meeting, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful and evaluation speech. I am sure she will deliver a sagacious speech today. All the best.
Thank you. Can you sing a song for me? Where do you hear these kind of questions? Any guesses? Yes, Pelli Chupulu. For those who doesn't know what Pelli Chupulu is, it is a first meetup of prospective bride and groom along with family. So today I am going to talk about it a lot. So just remember the word Pelli Chupulu. Before I start, I welcome you all, my dear fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. More than others, I have it in a more stressful way. Why? Because I was not a normal bride. I was a chatterbox bride. I talk a lot. The first thing my mother told me when we were planning for all these Pelli Chupulu episodes, she said, Amalu, please control your words. Please don't say whatever that comes to your mind. Just keep a filter. Whenever you're posting a question, remember what I said. Please don't say whatever that comes into your mind. I know it was difficult, but I said, okay, I'll do it, I'll try. I don't want to mention my first Pelli Chupulu. That guy rejected me saying I was too quiet and shy. Me? Quiet? It's like lion being a vegan. So I don't want to mention him. Second Pelli Chupulu. He came with his family. We all checked the main checklist. After marriage, what we'll do, cooking, sari, all the things done. And they sent us to a public veranda to talk privately. And we sat there. He was so quiet. And I was thinking in my mind, I was feeling bored and thinking, okay, what to say. I was remembering what my mom told me. Don't say this. For every question I can hear, don't say this. For every word I can hear, don't say this, don't say this. Then I remembered in his profile, okay, he mentioned traveling and guitar. Let me ask those questions. He said,
which places did you travel?
Then he said, I don't like traveling. Okay, maybe I asked some wrong. I remembered some other profile maybe.
And second question, I went like, okay, how long have you been playing guitar?
I didn't play guitar anytime. I don't know guitar. Then I should have shut up. But you know what I said? Then why did you put these things in your profile? I asked this. And he smiled. Graciously he smiled and said, oh, my sister might have put that in the profile. I didn't do my profile plans. I said I wanted to do MBA. I want to take a break from career and want to do MBA. He said, even I want to do. Let's take a break and do MBA. I was like, if we both leave the job, who will earn? Who will run the family? I said this on his face and he's like, oh, I never thought about this. Then I was like, okay. He's the only one who could make me shut up because his answers made me zip my mouth completely. Then finally, the final Pellichupulu, the most handsome, good-looking, kind-hearted man. I had to put all this because he was reviewing my script. So my husband, my now husband, he came, we sat there, and me and my dad were chatting. His entire family was sitting out there like that, and me and my dad were chatting in the side. Something we were saying, and they asked like, what you're chatting? We said like, I think I have seen you somewhere in my brother's class. He said, I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know who is your brother. Then my dad is like, don't say anything, don't say anything. My mom, she intervened and said, what you guys are doing in between the Pellichupulu? You have to wait. Until they leave, you have to wait. She sighed us. She sighed us, don't do that. And we were quiet. And me and my husband went again into the balcony to talk privately. He asked what you and your dad were chatting. Then I said, you are looking like one of my Anna. You were looking like one of my Anna. That is what we were discussing here. He kept an expression with confusion and what is this girl talking? We talked for more than 50 minutes. I spoke just 40 minutes. He spoke 10 minutes. I just spoke 40 minutes. Final end. If we take the end, he's my now husband, bearing my everyday chatter, every minute of his life. God bless him. So, whenever I speak something, at any occasion, my mom words come into my mind. Don't talk too much. Don't
Understand my communication styles. I wanted to see, and I've gone through my checklist in the Toastmaster International. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Very warm welcome to Toastmasters. And today I'm going to talk about a mirror about a little bit. Did you hear about Swami Nityananda's quote, famous quote? Me. If I talk to him, I have to go with a lot of data. I will not be going just like that I talk. If I go to my friend, maybe in the SATA, my general secretary, if I talk casually, talk a lot of stories. So different communication style. If I go to my home, maybe in front of my wife, I talk something, maybe I may talk, may not be like liar, maybe I may be talking like normal. Maybe if I talk to my kids, maybe sometimes maybe authority, sometimes maybe jovial, fun loving. So different communication style. Do you all know what are the very social? You are jovial. So it's a direct. You talk direct to the point. No ifs and buts, no personal stories, nothing. Your lot of stories you have, like my story, your personal story, lot of things. Your speech, I would say, incredible. And we share a lot of common thoughts. Your speech and myself, common thoughts we have. So, but somewhere maybe it's part of, that is all part of it. So in this, if you see, there is no, I'm not talking about much about R, but it is about lot of connections, lot of stories I'm talking. So these are the various different communication styles we have. Ensure that.
As a table topic master, I will facilitate table topics where each speaker and guest will have an opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking skills. I will introduce a topic and call on speakers. Each speaker will be given 2 minutes of time. Let me explain timing criteria. Toastmaster Sanjay.
General M. Kariyappa, the Field Marshal of India, first Field Marshal of India. He led our Indian Army in a systematic way so that he could defend our boundaries very well. I think he's the best person, and because of his sagacious planning, and we should also sagaciously think about all these things and take a wise decision. Thank you.
So my first role model is my mother. So why so? Mothers, the great sacrifices which cannot recognize. I mean, somebody actually cannot recognize openly. So the sacrifices, if you think, even we are doing lot of hard work, we are doing lot of sacrifices for our family, but even though the mother sacrifice, we cannot compare with any other sacrifice in the world. So I feel not only me, most of you maybe your role model was mother.
I have to say when I felt a hero for someone. To mention this, I will take you to my childhood story in 10th class. That was in 1980. After completing my 9th class, I had a time period of 1.5 months, something like this. So we went to my aunt's house, where for her, and then we pulled it out. So this is the incident where I can feel the hero for. Back to you.
The topic is, if you could be anyone for a day, who would it be? If you could be anyone for a day, who would it be? Toastmaster India.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So my topic is, if you could be anyone for the day, who you would be? Okay. So everyone know Swami Vivekananda, and everyone know about his speeches, admired speeches. So I like to speak like Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, to admire, and with a speech like Vivekananda. So something like Vivekananda starts his speech, I think, in Chicago, when he spoken about the religious meeting which is happening in the Chicago on those days. So everyone inspired about Swami Vivekananda, that when he started his speech with a starting sentence like my beloved brothers and sisters of the entire universe who are presented in that religious meeting, and ended with the best quotations which are from the Indian background of the history. So I can say that it will be good to speak like Swami Vivekananda and narrate and explain and learn the process of a very good speaker. So I like to be like a Vivekananda one day. Thank you.
This is my first session. Definitely, I don't know what is there and how to act on these things. But of course, I need to take this. That's why I really don't know what I need to answer. But the kindness I have to take. I joined this Toastmasters. that is the point where it's been my dream. Almost all, I thought last 20 years back I need to join in Toastmasters. I have some fearness, the stage fearness or something like this one, but I don't know. That's why I never come into this surroundings. But somehow my friends are there here. He's laughing. Rabari Bhai and
Mahavir Chakra.
The energy each one of you have projected today. Whether it is the newest speaker we have, I would say the courage it took for you, that uncertainty, to come here and have that 1 minute. I think probably you are a Toastmaster. That's what I'm going to give you all today as a general evaluator. What is that next thing you need to do and the reasoning of how each one of you enrolled in this prestigious point of learning. So let's start by a simple thing that I have to give you a brief synopsis in the win-win situation to both the parties. So that is something is required for this particular speech. Now, we're all having that. Even in fact, I struggled for 3 years to control my, let me know, that keep on repeating those words. So be very careful in that. The second thing would be, this is not only for this speaker today.
The topic is very good. Topic is negotiable leads to use impact. The final positive, the overall very good and with strong fundamentals. The tool.
Because I felt people like us also should talk more often and step out of our shy zones after listening to your speech. And one thing to appreciate is your crafting of the speech is so unique, because as many speakers pose a question at the beginning of the speech which is related to the topic title of the speech, but you have posed a question related to the content of the speech, not with the title of the speech. And you posed a question at the middle of the speech, and it worked very well. And your speech, though you have given your many examples of the fellowship that you had previously, in a way it has given a balanced view of for the audience to have whether talkative is bad or good. Think of more. See, and your speech was powerful because you have given a conclusion saying that like world does not need fewer voices. The world needs more meaningful voices. But it would have become more sagacious if you could have used less examples, and you could have taken more time for the conclusion also.
You have created curiosity in the audience with your questions and examples. And you maintained fantastic eye contact with the audience throughout, which made the speech engaging. But but I saw there is a logical flow missed in your speech. You gave us said. It is good.
So it's something which I believe, and it is a written and a proven theory that putting actually hands in your pocket 1 or 2 signifies that you are not very uncomfortable, comfortable with the audience. So we don't want the people to know that. So that's the one takeaway I would give her. She is the person who taught me how to speak, to have this authoritative voice, what I am today. It's mother. So when you are talking about your mother, raise your voice proudly and say that. Voice modulation. That is the way you connect, pacing and pausing. So here are the one thing which I liked about your speech was, again, clear start. You were very clear. My role model is mother. That's where I lost you again. You could have elevated with your personal story, and one example which you felt like, I know my mother actually stole money from my father's pocket, 600 rupees, and got me my first cricket bat. I was a cricket fanatic. So my bat was bought by my mother, hidden from my dad. So that's one of the stories you could have shared. Those are the things you could have shared. So we move on to the third speaker, Toastmaster Mirza. Describe a time when you were a hero to... you are here, okay. I'm looking at the audience, okay. I was actually flumbustered with the answer there. Vivekananda, who will imagine Vivekananda, right? And you came up with that and immediately you had your answer ready in the first 10 seconds. So that was clear. That means you were prepared and you were, it was like Vivekananda just popped up in your mind and you said, he's the one I'm going forward. And that's how you go to the table topics. The first thought comes to your mind is the table topics. So good job on that. And I would say challenge yourself, with working on a specific detail of that speech you heard. You did say that you heard that speech, and I was thinking you will give me a good example. You will give me a good example, and somewhere I lost the connectivity because there was no clarity there. So work on the specific example, and that would have been more, complete picture to that topic. Now, Toastmasters Shaukat. I was waiting for you. I know that takes a lot of courage, because uncertainty to the learning of the growth. That's the pyramid of table topic session. So we are all started with uncertainty, and now it's our time to climb the ladder to that learning of growth. That was the table topic session. Please give a big round of applause to everyone who participated. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Rabbani, right?
Thank you. Topic: Toastmaster Sanjeev Rao used 3 times, and Toastmaster Murali Jonnalagada 1 time. Over to you.
Different speaker that are, as Madam said already, this was the from their regional accent, and so 2 times. Srinath 5 times, 5 times, and well 3 times, and other 1 time. Anand Pokri only 2 times, so Monica 3 times, well 4 times, so 1 time, and but 3 times. I think in the beginning she came for the introduction, she used only 5 times, but 4 times. Mirza Nair 1 time, so 2 times. Murali, Toastmaster Murali 3 times, so 6 times, and like 1 time. Toastmaster Shaukat, but 2 times. And
timer reports of the different topics of speeches. First speech, prepared speeches. 3 of the members qualified with the grace time. Toastmaster Anand Pokuri, 6 minutes 55 seconds in time. Madam Toastmaster Krishna Priya, 7 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Anand Raju, 7 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Prashant, 7 minutes 6 seconds.
Adamant. The word adamant is a very good word used. And secondly, negotiations is not win-win situation. The good sentences we heard from speaker 1. And as a negotiator, you should know when to take it away. It's a good sentences. Also, you should. It's like a takeaway message we got from Toastmaster. Message. What I want to say that try to add some quotes, good quotes in your speeches. It will elevate your speeches, and also add your some takeaway messages so that it will improve your speeches further speeches. Thank you. Over to
by the Toastmaster of the day. Because generally that is the priority of the Toastmaster of the day. Because Toastmaster of the day has prepared so well, so you have introduced the theme saying that real heroes. If you would have given that honor to the Toastmaster of the day, it would have added value to her role. It's just a suggestion again. This is not compulsory and it's not written anywhere. But we oldies, as we call them, we follow that. So having said that, good job. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. I know the club is in very good hands. And I'm the member, so it's okay. So having said that, now comes the handover to the Toastmaster. Who chose the topic, by the way? There. I told you. So when you're believing in the topic and preparing the script, the clear thing what stood out, she had that confidence. Preparation. The first and the foremost P you have to learn. The second thing which I loved about her is how she paced herself throughout the meeting. Every nook and corner she had an anecdote with 1 or 2 of the heroes bringing us together. And of course, we are all Indians and we connected heartfully to that speech. Good job. The other thing which I loved is when she talked about this, she had relevant, deliberate pauses. So the P, there are 3 P's: preparation, pauses, and pacing. That was very clear. So this shows that you are doing, whatever you are doing is the right thing. So give her a big round of applause. That was very, very well done. So all the evaluators or the future evaluators who are going into this job, remember that 3 things which you like, if you can give 1 or 2 examples in each. 2 recommendations, 2 hours. And 1 very important, it carries about 15 marks in your hundreds of evaluation, is your conclusion. In conclusion, so let me summarize. I'll put this together again. So these are the things for the transitions. So this is the general feedback to all the evaluators, but everyone has a so very much relatable. If you practice in front of the mirror, everything comes out, because I can imagine myself how I am speaking and how you people are looking up to me, only because I know how I look in front of the mirror. So please, when you are wearing an attire, see how you are placed, how you are comfortable to hold yourself together, everything on the mirror. Now, there is 1 feedback I would like to give before I end the session is deliberate movement. So make sure that you have that 30 seconds or 20 seconds pause to work in your favor. So that is the points I had written as something which, I hope you'll all carry home. Now, Prerana Toastmasters I have come to know when I attended the RETAC. The Telugu Toastmasters, there is one beautiful club in Doha, which I had an honor to open when I was the area director. So that is the club, and this is the first time again after in about 6 years that I have attended a regional club meeting. It doesn't seem to be a regional. It doesn't seem that you are all 30 meetings old. It seems that you are here to learn. And that's the tag we are all going to carry forward to become the best communicators ever. You all have the liability to put a mark out there saying that proudly that we are from Prerana. And do not lose that opportunity. It was an honor to play the general evaluator today. I hope you can take the advice. Anything, I'm here, and definitely I'm joining. Thank you very much.
And make sure that we are winning the race. Now, as we continue with this session, okay, guess any switches, sir?
Visit the club just to see how they perform and probably tell something that to take the club forward. So for people who haven't seen me before, I am Toastmaster Jazuli. Actually, I come from Sri Lankan community. I am from Serendip Toastmasters Club. So let me touch on your, basically you have this distinguished points, and I think congratulations, you're already a distinguished club, and I think you will be selective distinguished as well. So you are in the right direction on that. So kudos onto that. And okay, so nothing much to say about how your club is moving, but I would just give some recommendations that better to have a pathway ambassador, because I think a lot of new members are joining. Have a pathway ambassador to just explain the pathway topics. So pathway, the what you call
guidance.
The pathway guidance to select what pathway that the members should go on. So, and also I'm happy to.
In division also.
Yeah, that's right. I have seen in division as well. So, okay. So let me come into the general evaluation session. I think distinguished Toastmaster Manu Baba must be very reached up to the division was based on this Pelachu. Yeah. So, so I think Toastmaster Krishna Priya, you can take this forward. And the best part was the okay, so I had only one, unlike Toastmaster Krishna Priya, and the bride's nickname. That was the humorous topic. When I came home,
give away the next set of awards. And the best.
Counting itself is the biggest honor.
A new photo.